Hi everybody, welcome to the session. And long time, last 4 5 days, I've not been able to come live. Just give me a second. I need to get this, get my mic organized. Actually, my mic attached here. Yeah, I guess now I should be fine. Welcome back. Sorry, I've not been able to come for the last 4 5 days. Just wanted to reconnect with all of you today. So I'm just waiting for people to enter, and it's hello Pranay, hello Naman, hello Saurabh, Tarun, welcome Lakshavir. Good evening everybody. Ghana, Naman, all of you, welcome to the session. So today I'm open to all kinds of questions that you have. Anything that you want to ask me, as you can see the title, career, CAT, MBA, government exams, aptitude, anything you want to ask me, right? So I'm going to be there for the good part of an hour today. So any questions? So NMIMS and UBS Chandigarh. You mean Anurag? So these are, depends. For some of you, it might be an aspirational college. These might be aspirational colleges. For others, it might be year saving colleges. So they are decent colleges. This is in Anurag's in response to Anurag Mohanty's question. NMIMS. So I would, if for a top student, I would put these as year saving colleges. NMIMS slightly better than UBS Chandigarh. ठीक है? That's how it is. Bhaskar is doing a pre-C merchant navy course. Is it a good idea to look at? Yes, it is. Why not? Why not? Your career options will expand if you do an MBA. ठीक है? So Naman says CATs are very low, like below 60. Can I get into New York baby AMS if I score well in CAT? मैंने सब कॉलेज का भी लेटेस्ट देखा नहीं है. 3 4 कॉलेजेस में देखा है मैंने. IIM Bangalore will allow you, and IIM Indore is also okay. But the weightages in education, this thing will be difficult. Other IIMs I'm going to come in with fresh videos. So just keep following that. Next couple of weeks में मेरा हो जाएगा. Complete video solution of a CAT quant book नहीं possible है उतना पूरा करना. Some questions I'll do. Happy. And of course, in a MindWorks course, we solve a lot of that for you. All doubts, etc. So we do that. But पूरा मुश्किल है थोड़ा करना. I'll do some of those questions I'll do on this channel also. High-end government jobs for MBA. नहीं, MBA के लिए high-end government jobs, you have to apply through the normal selection processes. So you do an MBA and then you take the UPSC exam. The only advantage you have, जैसे IAS में बनना है तो UPSC के थ्रू ही जाओगे. MBA, IMCQ या you are a school pass, let's say just a graduate student, you will not get any advantage. The only advantage you have that your risk of sitting for those 2 years will get reduced if you do an MBA before you go for your IAS exams. So that is how it is. You should not reveal that in an MBA interview. Ankit's question. I want to go for UPSC later on. Should I reveal this? As I said, when you go for a UPSC, finally, the advantage of having done an MBA beforehand is that you've got a fallback option. So that is what will help you. But don't talk about it in an MBA interview. You don't need to help. You don't need to work this thing on that. Ayush's question: I want to take a long distance diploma in finance. Can you suggest me a source of college? You can look at any of the top college. I think Narsimonji also has a finance diploma course. Symbiosis will also have a distance education this thing, so you can take one of those, or you can also check on Coursera and edX and Upgrad and these kind of places. Can I publish mock test book? Mock test actually online हो गया ना, तो इसलिए book के form में बहुत value नहीं है उसका. So you can join my mock test series by enrolling for the Arun Sharma CAT Challenge series on MindWorks. So that we start in April May. So you can do that. 84.5 percentile. I am Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta calls. I think by the end of this month, next 15 days, mein aa jayega Vinayak. Vinayak is asking about ABCL, this thing. Rohit is asking MBA की fees कैसे करें, फाइनेंशियल कैसे सपोर्ट करें. So Rohit, I think MBA की fees, once if you get to a good college, there will be a lot of banks etc. who will be willing to sponsor you. ठीक है. Australian MBA or Great Lakes Chennai, Nayan is asking. Australian, see, it's like asking me ki, should I do an Indian MBA or some specific college in England. So Indian MBA, IIM Ahmedabad भी होता है और एक एलन मिश्रा भी होता है, एलन मिश्रा पटना भी होता है. So which college are you talking about when you talk about Australian MBA? So if it's a top college versus Great Lakes, you have to look at the college, this thing, not an Australian MBA. That's not the right question to ask. So Yoshita's question, I scored 84.5 percentile. I graduated BCom honors in 2020. Should I join an average college or drop year? I would drop. What should I do in gap year? Typically my advice is that if you can spend a couple of years before you do an MBA, and you have to spend a couple of years before getting to a top college, you should wait for that, because there's a huge difference going to the best possible college you can. But if there is some constraint due to which you're not able to go for a second attempt, etc., because there might be some family constraints, girls have an issue of getting married off, etc., boys have some issue, you have to take care of the financial needs of your family. 2 years later, your father is retiring, so all those things. So in that case, you play with the best cards you've got, whatever college you go to, but make sure that you excel there. So that is a I mean that's a क्या बोलोगे, it's a no brainer actually कि जहाँ पे भी जाओगे वहाँ excel करना, so that you get the best possible this thing. So if I drop that year, what should I do in gap year? Gap year ka basically either you take WorkX or you pick up knowledge and courses and reading. So KRC I call it, knowledge, reading and courses. So either you focus on that, or you focus on improving your WorkX or adding WorkX to yourself. These two will help you. ठीक है. I'm pursuing BBA honors, first year from Ahmedabad University, guide for CAT exam. You can start preparing, Dhruv, and you can ask me specifically what you need to do. You can start with my books also. They are good enough to this thing. Snap expected cutoff, I think 40-45 के range में आना चाहिए for the top colleges. ठीक है. CAT 21, we don't know that. I don't have a fortune telling device here, so it can be 2 hours, it can be 3 hours, depends on the it depends on a lot of things about how COVID will play out. Academics are low, Nitesh. I have 58% graduation. Can I get IIM or not? Yes, you can get IIMs. You can get IIMs. Some IIMs will not take you. Just IIM Kozhikode has a 60% requirement, but IIM Indore does not have it, so you can apply it. You can think of that. IIM Bangalore does not have it. IIM Ahmedabad has 80% in 10th and 12th requirement. So even if you got low graduation but you got 80% in 10th and 12th, you are eligible. What is better, Agri MBA or MBA? Depends on what you want to do, right? So you have to think about where you need to go. And I hope you guys are liking the channel and all that I'm doing for you. We are bringing at least 1 or 2 videos every day for you. Takes a lot of effort from my side. So I would love that you can actually share the videos and share the channel so we can grow faster. Definitely, we are seeing a lot of you helping us out. So I would request more of you to actually talk about us, so that your friends and people in your social circle can connect to us, both on this channel and the Arun Sharma Academy channel. Do have a look at the videos that I've done there on how to become a super successful student. You can give that to your younger brothers and sisters also, so that it's relevant for them also. So I've done diploma engineering after 10th and then done BE. Am I eligible for IMABCL? Yeah, you're eligible. Diploma is taken as an equivalent to 12th. 79.72% LRDI. Maybe you got a chance. एक बार देख लेना क्या है उनका minimum percentile cutoff, वो लोग बताएंगे उज्जवल. Just have a look. ठीक है. Just have a look. Are the questions Arun Sharma CAT challenge taken from the books? No, no, no. We make fresh questions for that because we know there are a lot of people who have already solved the books. So then the seeing the same questions in the tests does not make a does not have any issue, and does not have any value to the tests. So tests do not have uh, this thing. So please respond. Who was that? देखो I make a I've given the selection criteria. 80% in 10th and 12th is average. 80% in 10th and 12th is required. So that's if you have that, then you are eligible for getting a call, and then you need to add to your workx or your CAT score so that you get more marks there. Yuvika says I've got 84.84 percentile in CAT 20. Unfortunately, 3 years workx in marks. Did I lose my best chance? No, you're not. I mean, I'm Ahmedabad, I'm Bangalore. Do not distinguish between against people who have got 4 years workx. You have a chance. Don't give up on it, and take life optimistically. I'm Kozhikode has a strange formula where after 3 years they make the workx zero. So that is one place where you lose out. But I don't think anybody thinks of कि मैं I'm Kozhikode जाऊंगा as the first option. So you got chances of getting to a good MBA, right? So I had a failed, and those of you who are starting off or who are in college, this Yuvika's question was a classic example of why I say that you should start your preparation during your final year. Because होता क्या है कि you CAT में you can never define कि मैं इसी साल अच्छा कर लूंगा. Because CAT is not just about the preparation; it's also about performance. So as I always say, if the Indian cricket team is bowled out for 36, it does not mean कि उनका skill गिर गया. Skill तो वही था, but on that day their performance was poor. So next time they can come back and win the match as they did. So similarly, that can happen. I had a failed year in engineering. Do IIMs accept such students? Yeah, they will, but you'll have to build a story of how you were transformed and why you failed. Right? So they'll ask you to they'll ask you to justify that story, and you'll have proof. The onus of proof will be on you to tell them that you have actually transformed. So make sure that you have a very strong next 6 to 12 months before you go for an MBA interview. So if you're something really bad 2 years 3 years ago, but you can actually show something very very reformative or transformative in the last 12 to 24 months, it'll help you. When we'll be getting calls, approximately 15-20 days में expect करो. Is it advisable to do MBA after MTech? You can do an MBA after MTech. A lot of people do that. In fact, all the people who went to the US for MS in the last 20 years, you'll see them. They did an MS. MS is equivalent to a MTech after engineering. So they did an MS and then worked for 4 5 years and then did an MBA. So it's a very very common thing in international this thing where somebody does a graduation, then does a post graduation technical, and then comes into an MBA after 3 4 years. So in India also that story can be built. Vaibhav, good question. Thanks for that. Dilip is asking new book edition. New book editions May June is when it is expected. 25 marks in ZAT. ZAT में I think 30, 27, 28 से top call start होते हैं. But maybe not from XLRA, but other colleges like XIMB and other Xavier colleges we can do. Siddhant, something about CAT 21. CAT 21 may start preparing, put your head down and start preparing. Maths may start with arithmetic first, and first 8 to 10 weeks should be arithmetic. By the way, special gift for all of you, first week of the month, I'll be starting to load a complete CAT strategy course on the site, on the channel. So उसका first video आजकल में आ जाएगा. So you can look at that. Wasn't placed in college, Sarthak, cause don't know how to code. After dropping for 8 months, got job in BPO. 20 months workx in BPO is work. No, it's not. It's not. BPO is not considered negative. You will have to show your growth in the BPO sector, and it's not that you are untouchable then. ठीक है. Uh, Animesh, if you can't afford a coaching and your cons is poor, no issues. You can start with my book and make sure that you go through 5 6 rounds of preparation. You will automatically be able to this thing. What coaching does is it reduces the number of times or the effort a little bit, right? But even coaching people how to work. I mean, I tell people that all my students in Mindworks, just because you joined Mindworks does not mean कि तुम्हारा हो जाएगा. You have to do your work. I can't do your work for you, right? The only thing the coaching does is it helps you give you day-to-day handholding. That's what it does. I qualified IIMs without any coaching anyway. Uh, if I had to choose between JBIMS this year and IIM ABC FMS next year, what would you do? I would join JBIMS because JBIMS will give me the similar kind of options and career as IIM ABC next year. So I'll take the bird in hand rather than going for the one in the bush. Right? UG stream is Bachelor of Prosthetic and Orthotics, Design and Fabricate Artificial Body Limbs. Will it come under academic diversity consideration? Yes, it will. It will definitely, Aditya. It will come under academic diversity, but academic diversity is only there a few colleges. It's not there. I'm Bangalore does not give an academic diversity. If you see that video, it gives a gender diversity of 2 marks. I'm Ahmedabad puts you under the academic diversity. I'm Kozhikode has an academic diversity marks, but some colleges don't have it. Right? I'm only able to see how is the XLRI GM course compared to Tier 2 colleges like GIM, IRMA, IMT, and Great Lakes. XLRI, any course is good. Only thing is, XLRI GM, the quality of students will not be as great as the XLRI BMD, but you're still getting an XLRI certification and an XLRI alumnus this thing, which is very valuable, much more valuable than GIM, IRMA, and IMT, and the learning will be great, right? Thank you so much, Basit. I love you back, all of you. It's such a pleasure to be able to be interacting with all of you. Vishal, just keep putting your questions. You want to join my maths class? Maths for what? Uh, which course? Which subject? Which this thing? For CAT, we don't give an only maths course, but we might have some basic maths course we are bringing up on the Arun Sharma Academy. So we're doing a little bit on that, but that's more of school maths. NCOBC 72, 95, 93, 93.44 percentile. And so 93.44, I think ABC के बाहर बाकी आना चाहिए तुमको. ABC, I am quite sure 94, 95 पे आ जाएगा OBC में. NITI का chances भी होना चाहिए because typically what happens is the OBC category is approximately 5 percentile below the normal category. So the general category पे जो भी call आता है उसे 5 percentile नीचे same college you'll get. Mock taking. Anubhav has this question. Mock taking strategy for CAT 21. Full mocks you start around April, May. Before that, you do what I call as CAT scans. मैं एक live video करता हूँ CAT scan पे तुम लोग के साथ. I'll do one this thing. We'll start that interactive live CAT scans series with you guys. So you can come for that. ठीक है ना? So more IPM programs I'm not sure because अभी मैंने सुना नहीं है कुछ की और IPM program start हो रहे हैं कि नहीं. अभी कितना है? एक तो इंदौर में है और एक रोहतक में है. And how's IMI Delhi? IMI Delhi is a good college, good year saving college, 92 percentile. This thing, ठीक है. How much time does it take to prepare for CAT? Minimum time is around 4 to 5 months, but it can take 12 to 18 months also. It depends on how far away from the selection you are and how much you have got in terms of how quickly you can learn. If you got IBPS and SBI PO pre-exam, तो mains देने के बदले अगर baby am मिल जाता है, you want to move on. It also depends on how many years you have finished your graduation for. If you're confident of getting a job of an SBI PO, then if I was in your place, I would go there and come to a top IIM 2-3 years later. ठीक है? On the other hand, if I do a baby IIM course and I later come to a FPM course in an MBA in a IIM ABC, that's also okay. Or I do a BBM course in 3 4 years later. So it also depends on your financial status, whether you can this thing twice. Thank you so much, Animesh. Your content is gold. Thank you so much, Animesh, for that. It's a pleasure to be able to contact with to be able to connect with you. It's a pleasure. I mean, I tell people, I tell all my teachers also that we are so fortunate to be living in this age as teachers, that we are able to interact and this thing. I mean, I tell people that Rabindranath Tagore, the greatest teacher India has had, did not have this opportunity to impact people. So, with our in our generation as teachers and mentors, we should be able to achieve much more than the greatest teachers in India achieved over the last 2,000 years, because we have got so much impact creating this thing. So it's actually very fortunate for people like me to be living in this day and age as a mentor. I mean, just 25 years ago, if I had been a mentor, I would not have been able to touch any of your lives. But this is a great opportunity. Cat second attempt, retain the dark, 90 percentile. Why do you want to retain the dark? Retain the light. Bring in the light. So Cat second attempt, 90 percentile. Cat 21 at age 26. Working at ZS and to have, I think you should, because you're working at a decent company. So you can enter an MBA. People do an MBA at 30, 32 also. So don't worry. ठीक है ना? You should have. Vishal, what is the question? LOD का LOD of IFT maths will be similar to quants of CAT, slightly easier. DILR will be completely DI will be completely uh, based on traditional DI, no logical DI questions, a lot of calculations there. ठीक है. VRC 989, LR Abhishek Rairikar, LR 93, quants 98, overall 97.5, 10 12 grad is this, workx 30. कॉल्स आई थिंक LIK से आने का चांसेस होना चाहिए. जनरल अगर हो, जेम हो, ए तो मुश्किल है. BC मे बी 50-50 चांस. B you got decent academics, so you might get a B call, the best call. C also you can. C थोड़ा low है percentile, but below that the other IIMs you should get. I answered your question, Priyam. Expected LOD of IFT, it's 1-2. ठीक है. Which college can I expect? 98.27. Fresher. नॉन इंजीनियर है तो ABC में से भी आ सकता है. इंजीनियर हो तो LIK. If you compare people with regular and executive MBA passed out from same level college, which have higher growth potential in long run. See, there's a difference between the normal, like regular MBA and executive MBA. So in executive MBA, the typical batch is people who have got 7-8 years of experience. If you are trying to enter an executive MBA after 4 years of experience, 5 years of experience, you'll be one of the bachas in the batch, because a normal guy will be 10 years of experience there, 8-10 years of experience. And if you are a 5 year experienced person in a regular MBA, you are one of the buddhas there, one of the older people in the batch. You'll be the granddaddy of the batch, so to say. So typically what an executive MBA does is it picks you up from where you are in your career. You're already in some career, some industry. It picks you up in that industry and allows you to just jump 3 levels from there. So the end result of an executive MBA is directly you're hitting the top posts or the top profile levels of the company. But for a regular MBA, you're just a starter. So you have the choice. The advantage is you have the choice of the industry. In an executive MBA, if you have done, let's say, 10 years in the consumer durables industry, and you want to go to finance, you don't have that option, because if you do that, if you try to do that, you lose. Nobody's going to give you weightage for your past work experience. Then you lose 5 years of experience there, and then you go into finance. But a regular MBA has the advantage that it allows you to go into any field. So that's the big advantage there. But typically, at the end of the careers, both of them would be at the top of their profiles, right? अरिथमेटिक और अलजेब्रा पूरा करके बाद मॉक्स देना सही रहेगा. आई थिंक मॉक्स का टाइम डिसाइड कर लो अप्रैल में, एंड देन यू ट्राई टू डू मैक्सिमम ऑफ योर पोर्शन फ्रॉम देयर बिफोर दैट. Yeah, Pawan, when you visit back the chapter, you should. This is in the context of people. I've been talking about this on my videos. That I always tell people ki you have to visit back a chapter 4 5 times. Whichever aptitude exam you're preparing for, you should visit back the chapter 4 5 times. This is very important because I'll tell you my own story. When I started teaching in 95 96 for CAT, maybe I taught 10 15 20 batches every year for the first 3 4 years. And I would see that in number systems or in arithmetic or in algebra, 4 years after starting teaching, I'm still learning new things. I'm still picking up new questions and learning new aspects of what kind of questions there are, etc. So if I tell you कि एक बार पढ़ के तुम्हारा हो जाएगा, तो that is a wrong plan. It's a bad plan. ठीक है? So that's why. So written concepts में what you should do is written concepts mein what you should do is basically do the same questions once, and and also try to do the questions which you have not solved, and chapters in which you feel you need more exposure, you do that. MBHR is not considered inferior. It's just that HR will never take you to CEO of a company. That's all. Otherwise, for the first 15 20 years, your career will be similar. What should we read or where from? You should read diverse topics. Try to read stuff like Guardian, Economist, high quality this thing, etc. I think it's Arun Sharma 3. याद नहीं है मेरे को, देख लेना. I think it's Arun Sharma ji. Just try to search chess.com. I'm Arun Sharma 3. But आजकल because of YouTube, I am not playing much. So you take on rural agri management. It's a good area. A lot of people would want to work on that area. So if you are interested in rural agri management, it's a great place to do. And देखो basically तुम्हारा life का objective होना चाहिए कि क्या impact create करना है तुमको. So rural agri management में अगर तुम rural जाके agri management जाके impact create करना चाहते हो, it's a great course to do. Expected cutoff for all categories. देखो, as I told you, OBC will be around 5% percentile less from the top, from the general categories. तो 5 percentile below the general will be OBC. So general अगर 99 पे close हो रहा है तो OBC 94 95 close होगा. EWS is 1 to 2 percentile below the general. And SC/ST has got no this thing. SC/ST and PWD, it actually goes down 20 25 percentile below also. Best companies to build career, there's so many. How can I name? You'll have to find the industry. First focus on the industry, and then become a champion of that industry. Yeah, I'm doing a session, DLR section. We are doing a session this Saturday, Sunday. And somebody was saying my DIBO-LR books are outdated. How do you say that? On what basis? I can challenge you on that. I can challenge you. I mean, if you're using the previous edition, it's outdated. I know. The 4th edition of LR and the 5th edition of DI, that's outdated. But not the 5th edition of LR and 6th edition of DI. Almost every thought process is covered, and of course I'm updating it this year again. Right? So इस तरह से मेरे पूरे लाइफ के काम पे पानी मत फेर दो एक शॉट में कि आउटडेट हो गया आपका बुक. Very easy to say that. Very easy to criticize. So what are the growth from careers perspective? MBA and business analytics. Business analytics is a good area to be in. But you can specialize in that. Look at it as like a finance or marketing specialization. But don't go for a completely this thing. This stream will be available as a video automatically. It does not need uploading. XLRE GM will be better, Shivandu. You should get a GM call, and XLRE GM will be better. ठीक है? So week in quant, what should be this thing? Yoshita has, what should I do? CS in gap year? You can do CS. But unless it's connecting to where you want to be, you should ideally do something which is connecting to where you want to go. CS just for saying what you it in the interview is not worth it. It's better to do something that will connect to your future. ठीक है. Quants में weak हो, as I said, just keep coming back to the chapter. 5 बार 7 बार 10 बार चैप्टर हो करो. पहले बार 20% ही क्वेश्चन सॉल्व होंगे, अगले बार बढ़ते जाएंगे वो. Micah, I know a person who got through Micah at 80 percentile also. So Micah, you have a chance. Irma, I'm not sure आजकल कितना percentile पे लेता है. पहले तो 90 percentile plus था Irma, but maybe it's this thing. So if you can show some very very specific reason why you want to join Irma, they take that. They are very very they do look for people who are specifically interested in role management. So if you have that, they are ready to this thing. As far as you're qualifying their basic percentile requirements. Neha, good to see you again. 93 percentile in CAT. It is 75. हाँ तो आई मीन 93 परसेंटाइल पे जो कॉलेजेस आएंगे जनरल अगर हो तो उन कॉलेजेस में 75 परसेंटाइल LRDI विल नॉट बी अ प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है. 98 99 परसेंटाइल वाले कॉलेजेस में वो होगा. ठीक है. इफ यू डोंट गेट टॉप टियर कॉलेज, शुड वी accept tier 2 colleges or reattempt CAT? So this is an important question. Should we attempt tier 2 colleges or reattempt CAT? So my take on this, the thumb rule is, if you can wait and you think that you're motivated to do another round and you have got something concrete to do during that time, not just wasted on CAT prep, you're doing something concrete, you're building your profile, building who you are, then you'll always reattempt CAT. So reattempt CAT till 5 years after graduation, 4 to 5 years after graduation. But for some reason, if you now feel either there's some life challenge which is why you need to move on, or there's some motivation issue where you're lacking motivation for preparing again, because ultimately वो CAT में कितना भी skill पे काम कर लो, वो दिन बहुत matter करने वाला है that day. So and that's one of the reasons why you should also take XAT every year if you're going for a CAT this thing, because CAT plus XAT XLRA, you score a 99 percentile, you will get through to a top B school. So agar if you're taking that this thing, you're not motivated to go through the whole cycle again, and so I mean, if you've done one year serious CAT preparation, the next year preparation normally should just be rework on things that you're not so good at solving, and take a lot of mock tests. So second year you should invest in 60 mock tests if required when you retake the CAT. So it will keep improving your scores, right? So this is this thing. So that's the basis on which you take the call. Both the calls are okay, but if you take a tier 2 college, if you decide to take a tier 2 college, you don't give up on your ability to hit back on the people who went to IIM Ahmedabad, and you focus on building a strong career, you focus on getting the concepts right, and you ultimately focus on being one of the best students at that place, and being a performer when you go into the corporate sector. Should I select a 12 LPA job or LKI currently in final year? Depends. If you feel you're getting the hang of CAT, then and you think that you can make it to ABC, then LKI you might want to say, okay, since you're in final year, good place you're in. It's a good question actually, a good life position to be in. So then in your case, I would have taken the 12 LPA job, and I would have said that I think I can make it to ABC. So I'll look at ABC only 1 to 2 years later. ठीक है, इसमें कोई राइट और रॉन्ग आंसर्स नहीं होते हैं. द ऑपोजिट आंसर इज आल्सो करेक्ट. ठीक है. इट्स अबाउट what you want to play with, what are you confident about playing with, right? NMIMS Mumbai is in top tier for some people, not in top tier for a lot of others. Last year grad, and I get 79 percent non-engineering SC. If you're on the SC category, just work for CAT, get to an 85-90, and you'll get all top calls. Why will you accept a lower college? XLRA, I'm told it's similar to what last year has been, so I'm not seeing much difference. So 27, 28, 29 पे आ जाएगा calls तुम लोग का. ठीक है. General management role, the role basically while Viral Shah is basically I mean, you have to take care of the company and the profitability of the company and the reputation of the company. So that's what you have to do. How should I develop the thought process of DILR throughout my preparation? I'll answer this question for some time. देखो DILR में क्या है ना कि your first movement in DILR is from a person who says that can I solve I mean the question that you need to when you start experiencing DILR or DILR, I hope you realize that there is no there is no theory in it. So it's not like I can teach you theory or anybody else can teach you theory. I was talking to Mindwork students also this evening. So I was telling them that don't expect some theory in DLR. There's no theory in DLR. It is you just pick up questions and you even a teacher can only teach you questions. So the first point of DLR preparation is, am I able to solve every question or not? Right. So initially you'll start with, I'm not confident of solving all questions. You'll be at that zone, and then gradually you'll move into as you start practicing and you start understanding how to crack a DI question or an LR question, you have to move your first movement of skill is कि अब मेरे को कोई भी question दे दो मैं solve कर लेता हूँ. So the first step of your learning in DILR is कि you pick up the toughest questions, and tough questions in CAT if you see they are 10 12 steps long essentially logic wise. So you can look at it from that perspective कि have I reached that point मेरे को कुछ भी question दे दो आज मैं कर लूँगा. You first have to reach that point. मैं 40 मिनट लूँगा लेकिन मैं कर लूँगा. Give me any question, I'll solve it. तो ये पहले तुम्हारा first step है, ठीक है? And once you are standing on that, you can pick up any question, solve it. Then you start adding speed to your reactions. So that's what it is. ठीक है? Thank you so much, Pawan. Good to hear that. I'm here to help you. मेरा objective is very simple. I need to impact maximum number of people in their lives with the gift that I have of being able to motivate people and convince them about what to do. So I'll be a fool not to use that gift. Yes, great performance in top B school will compensate. पूरे तुम्हारे जितने तुम्हारे पाप है वो सब धुल जाएगा. Don't worry. It's like गंगा नहा लेना. Like they say in Hindu mythology, you take a Ganga bath, especially during the Kumbh months, all your pap is gone. All the pap you did for the last 10 years is gone. So similarly that way, it works that way. Mechanical engineer interested in operation HR, will the background matter? No, it will not. You can choose what you want to do. है ना? XIMB, tap me, which is better. They are very, very close to each other. Very personal call. I can tell people to join. I can show you people who joined XIMB very happy with it. I can show you people who joined Tap Me and very happy with it. It's a very personal call. Then other things. They say, for example, if you want to choose between IIM Ahmedabad and Bangalore, so the choice is made on. I mean, it's an over cooked choice. You really don't need to think too much about it. You pick up one from the cap, and the decision is as good as the other. It does not make a difference. So then you start saying which is more convenient for me, which places has got lower fees, which professor, which course do I want to really study? Am I really attracted to some professors who are teaching here, etc. And then which institute gives me that cutting edge in my head. So these are things. This thing. 70% kya tha? Sorry, I removed it. Package of 6 lakhs. I had taken a break to prepare for exams. I'm expecting calls from SIBM. Would be wise for them. Depends. Do you think that if you prepare well, you can get to a better place? अगर लगता है तो then you should come back to your job and give the exams again. नहीं तो साल बचाने वाला एटीट्यूड है कि इस साल मेरे को मूव करना है. देखो एक लॉजिक आते हुए जैसे कि मेरे को बहुत मोटिवेशन नहीं है प्रिपरेशन का और पढ़ाई का. I want to move on with my life. So you can do an SIBM Bangalore, SIB, and you're not counted out of the top roles because 5-7 years after doing an SIBM Bangalore or SIB, 5-7 years later you can do an executive MBA. So nobody stops you from going back to IIM Ahmedabad. ठीक है? If I'm only able to solve 70% of questions in your books, how good I am. Depends on the level, Sita. If you're on LOD 1 पे 70% हो रहा है, तो you need to improve. But LOD 2-3 पे हो रहा है तो decent है. LOD 2 पे भी हो रहा है तो decent है. But then come back to the other 30%. See, if you are preparing for CAT, I would for 21, I would suggest that you start with the books immediately, because waiting till May June, और कभी कभी मेरे publishers कुछ कुछ वो कर देते हैं कि नहीं अभी market में there are too many past books, so अभी इसको जैसे my quants book was supposed to come out. I had done my work in June, July, August last year. It was ready for publishing in June last year, but because of COVID and market conditions, they delayed it. So those things, and if you wait and then what you have to do is your timeline. Okay, so although ninth edition will be better than the eighth edition, but you have to move on with your work. Okay, so your time is more important than which book you use. Okay, and book plus anyway, you when you're preparing, you're doing books plus mock tests and previous year questions, वो तीनों मिला के ठीक ठाक ही हो जाता है. Average acad 3 years work ex that first attempt 29 marks. Should I retake? पहले देखो क्या कॉल आता है. अच्छा डिसेंट हो सकता है, डिसेंट कॉल आता है. Just wondering why you did not take your MBA attempts in the first 2 years of experience. You should have done that. Does being a chartered account help in getting top? Yes, definitely. It is definitely a big positive. ठीक है. Scored 99.28. Verbal is 79.6. Yeah, you'll get calls from most of these people, most of these colleges. Because 99.28, if with decent academics, with decent percentiles in all areas, is worth a top three IIM call. But if you're missing out on the top three, the niche wala colleges don't really stop you at an 80 or 85. They unka sectional cutoffs lower रहता है. General, that's the general thumb rule. IIT Madras, IIT Kharagpur, OBC 83.5 में थोड़ा मुश्किल है, especially with LRD 50. But keep your fingers crossed. I mean, I'm not the last person. I don't have all the data to tell you. No, background will not matter for understanding subjects. You can study the subjects. Micah, IMT, Jim, TAPME, they are good colleges. They are good colleges, and you will get good outcomes out of those colleges. But whether you want to join them or you want to go for a top this thing is up to you. And their decisions, those decisions are outside the basic decision of whether I should join this. The other consideration are you, as I keep telling you, I've already mentioned this 3-4 times today. You take decisions based on am I wanting to move on, then I do the best with what I've got, or you want to wait for a year. And you want to get through to a second level college, and then want to come. If you don't want to give up on your top B school dream, then think of an executive MBA at the age of 30-32. Deepesh, your questions will be about your family business. It's not a gap if you have worked. It's not a gap. Okay? Yeah, so your question will be about what you did and what was the family business all about. How start with GDPI prep? No, you should ideally take somebody's help. Okay? After cracking GATE, studious guy after cracking GATE with top ranks, ISC, IIT, MTech or PSU. Depends on where you want to go and what kind of career you want. ISC is a great institute. IIT, MTech is also great. I would not join a PSU because PSU will kind of end up wasting my life. With due respect to this, with due respect to your to all PSU this thing. So what is the difference between what I teach at Mindworks and Unacademy? Mindworks is completely, I do the whole course and this thing. Unacademy, I do DILR only, mostly, and some strategy courses here or there. So that's what I do. So if you are looking at a lot of other teachers, etc., coming in, then you join Unacademy. Otherwise, Mindworks, if you want my complete content and complete mentoring from me, then that's at Mindworks. IMA FABM cutoff is around a couple of percentile, 2-3 percentile below 95-96 पे आ जाएगा. This question, MDI Murshidabad, is it good? MDI Murshidabad is definitely, देखो कोई भी B school, this is again I've talked about this in my past sessions also, कि कोई भी B school जो अच्छा B school है, if it opens a new campus, in time that campus will be equated to the top campuses, right? So and your in time, why in time is significant here, is because when you are talking about, let's suppose you pass out MDI Murshidabad, 30 years later, MDI Murshidabad will, 20 years later, MDI Murshidabad will be considered equal to the old MDI. Right? So imagine this situation, mid 70s. I'll give this parallel every time. Mid 70s, IIM Bangalore was not to be gone to IIM. People did not want to go to IIM Bangalore because it was IIM Ahmedabad or Calcutta is where you should go because they are the old IIMs. IIM Bangalore is new. Now imagine somebody who took a decision to join IIM Bangalore in 78-80, in the 78-80 batch. How would his career have played out in the last 40 years? Batao? His career, how would his career have played out? By the time I entered IIM Bangalore, it was ABC, 93, 95. So somebody who passed out in 78, 80, for the first 3-4 years, people must have been looking at it कि Ahmedabad, Calcutta से नहीं है, Bangalore से है. But 4-5 years down the line, by the time he was 5-7 years into his career, IIM Bangalore was as good as ABC, ANC, and later on it became better than C. So in that context, and since your career is a 40-year career, so you can definitely look for any school, any high quality school with a new campus. You can look for it because it's a cheap way to get into that college, and gradually you will automatically come to that. What is the right age for social work or teaching? Teaching you start doing the moment you have something to give. If you have got something to give, I started teaching because I thought that I had something to give, and I keep teaching because I think that I've got something to give. That's it. Even my writing, I write whenever I have something to give. ठीक है? Is MBA for B pharmacy student good or not? Yeah, it is good. It is very good. बैंक पीओ इजी होता है कि सीमैट? बैंक पीओ इजी होता है कि सीमैट? सीमैट इजियर होता है. बैंक पीओ में कंपटीशन ज़्यादा रहता है, बट यू कैन इजीली गेट थ्रू बैंक पीओ. कैट का तैयारी अगर ठीक से कर लो तो बैंक पीओ यू कैन इजीली गेट थ्रू. एंड आई विल बी लॉन्चिंग सम बैंक पीओ कोर्सेज एक्सेट्रा वेरी सून. तो वो सब अरुण शर्मा अकेडमी पे आने वाला है. So if those of you looking at bank PO preparation from my side, you can this thing. Which institute do you expect? Do you recommend us to join CAT coaching? I mean, I will always talk about Mindworks because that's somewhere where I control the entire academics, etc. But you can have an alternate view, and other people can have an alternate view about it. So don't listen to me only on that. Okay, I can suggest you why Mindworks, etc. But that's up to you. Unacademy में तो बहुत lecture होते हैं. There are so many teachers on Unacademy. Somebody was asking about that. I take LRDI. I take my LRDI courses and I keep repeating them there. So I'm like a visiting teacher there. Right. So that's all I'm there. Right. And I do take LRDI. I do the basic course. I do advanced course. But LRDI some there's nothing called complete LRDI. Because LRDI if I bring in 5 new questions, it will be a new course. Right? If I have not taught 5 questions, because LRDI, as I told you, these topics are as teaching topics. These topics are mostly based on questions. So if I pick up 5 new questions, it becomes a completely new class and a new course. Right? But yeah, there's a point where you have sufficient number of questions, and your preparation has to be that. Okay, I watch this and then I do this. In all areas, you have to have this logic. Watch this and do this. Watch this and do this. So in today's world, because there's so much watch available, there's so many teachers teaching, YouTube pe itna free milta rehta hai. You want to restrict how much time you're watching things. Because if you look at the thumb rule, you have got around 40-45 weeks to prepare. If you prepare 40 hours per week, you will have 1500 hours of preparation. 1500 hours of preparation time में तुम एक normal CAT course, if you look at when we were having traditional coaching only 10 years, 15 years ago, when you could go to a CL or a Time or an IMS to take your coaching, or even a Mindworks to take your coaching, the coaching length used to be 150 to 200 hours. Today, because of the expansion of digital media, you can actually spend all the 1600 hours watching. But will that get you through? The answer is no. So I tell my students ki public policy is good, Sita. You have asked me that many times. So the logic is very simple, that if you are looking at 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 your preparation, you have to have a limitation of how much time you want to watch. There's a Mindworks PP, we give you 1,000+ hours of videos and classes, but we don't expect anybody to be doing 1,000 hours, because वो 1,000 hours अगर क्लास देखेगा तो 1600 घंटे में अपना पढ़ाई कब करेगा, और तुम्हारा सिलेक्शन तुम्हारी पढ़ाई से होने वाला है. ठीक है. I am Indore preparation tip. IPM, I am Indore in preparation tips. AP. I have to make a video for that. I've promised one of my viewers on Arun Sharma Academy that I'll be making a video on that. But generic tips तो वही है. Aptitude का basics, language का basics, and you cover maths में थोड़ा सा 12+2 का भी question आता है उसमें, तो वो देख लेना चाहिए. Can I leave number systems for IFT? बहुत नहीं किया तो अभी छोड़ सकते हो. Just focus on what you have done. है ना. Abhinandan says हिंदी बोलिए. ठीक है, I'll mix Hindi and English, but there's a significant group of people जो हिंदी, जो English audience है मेरे, तो that's this thing. Does Mindworks offer GDPI? Yeah, we have got a full 100-hour course on GDPI, Shashank. We got a full 100-hour course. So somebody else was asking why Mindworks. देखो, for us, I mean, देखो, मेरे लिए बहुत सिंपल है. मैं Mindworks इसलिए नहीं चलाता हूँ कि मेरे को कुछ और पैसे कमा लेने, इसलिए मैं Mindworks में आ गया. My whole logic in life has been कि if I can create impact, I'll do it. और अगर मेरे को मेरा पर्सनल 100% किसी चीज के बिहाइंड नहीं रहता है, तो I don't like doing it at all. So that's the only reason this thing, and I know this, that if I give 100% to something, I'm normally better than most people around me. So that much I can tell you. ठीक है. SIMBA Bangalore, it's an okay college to this thing, to save a year. स्पोकन इंग्लिश का कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है MBA के लिए? बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, बट यू विल हैव टू इंप्रूव योर स्पोकन इंग्लिश एज यू कीप गोइंग. बट ये बी स्कूल्स का है ना, बी स्कूल्स का लॉजिक ये भी रहता है कि हम लोग अब किसी को अपना पूरा कैरियर यूपी में बिताना है एज अ मैनेजर, तो वो भी तो बी स्कूल बनाते हैं. बी स्कूल मेक दोस पीपल आल्सो, सो यू कैन हैव दैट दिस थिंग, या नॉर्थ इंडिया में बिताना है. ठीक है. lot of questions, so I'm sorry अगर किसी के बहुत लोग का मिस भी हो जा रहा है questions. So I would just suggest that one, don't spam. अगर तुम्हारे तरह का question answer हो गया है तो don't spam. And second is please answer my question kind of things. Question तुम्हारा ऊपर चला जाता है तो I don't see which question it is, so you can just paste the question again when I'm ending the answer to the previous one, because अभी कोई paste करेगा, अभी मैं ये question देखने वाला हूँ, next 5-7 questions मैं देखूंगा भी नहीं. EWS non-engineer male got 90 percentile, 96. Any of the Blackie calls possible? Yeah, LIK maybe. ABC slightly unlikely. Rahul resigned my job in March for CAT prep. How should I justify my gap? You should have done something along with your CAT prep. So that is the best way to justify. The justify logic is KRC. Knowledge, reading and courses, if not WorkX. ठीक है. Non-engineer 72 percentile in 1066, 12th. MDI Murshidabad will definitely be better. ठीक है. And you try to get a high 72 percentile CAT में कोई अच्छा नहीं मिलेगा, तो you try to take CAT again, Namit. 85 percentile I would think 23 to 25 बैंड में आना चाहिए. बहुत क्लोज एनालिसिस नहीं किया मैंने, जैसे CAT का किया था. 90.6 EWS. The lower IITs, I don't have that ranking with me right now, but the top IITs you'll not get. This is a different question, Krishna's. Max age one can wait to do an MBA, 26 right now. If you get a decent college, just move on then, Krishna. Because 26 right now. That means you're entering literally at around you'll be 27 in the first year. So 28 pass out of MBA is the upper end. Maybe one more attempt max, right? But you don't know what will happen. So if you're getting a decent college there, to go ahead. I'm a mathematics student. Should I join FABM program? Depends on whether you want to go in that direction. If it's taking you in the right direction, you can go there. Should I join? Should I drop 1 year or go for SMBA in Bangalore? That's up to you. I can't answer that question for you. It's a decision you have to take, and you'll have to follow through that decision. So what do you do for these decisions? Is you get back to yourself and ask yourself, "Ki boss, if I was in your place, I would ask this question of myself: Are you motivated to drop, or are you motivated to move on and join SIB in Bangalore?" So that internal voice will tell you what you want to do, because इसमें कोई सही आंसर नहीं है. Every answer is सही. Should we join baby am? Same answer. Are you motivated enough? Are you okay कि मैं जाऊंगा वहाँ पे? And baby am भी 15 बाद अब उनका level वैसे ही रहेगा. So they will have created their winners and etc. So you can become a winner from anywhere. This is not, देखो, this is not like an IAS कि IAS नहीं मिला तो मैं इनकम या मान लो इंडियन रेलवे ट्रैफिक सर्विस में चला गया तो वो सर्विस इज कंसिडर्ड टू बी लोअर देन द IAS सर्विस, तो जिंदगी भर तुम उसी में रहोगे. ये वैसा नहीं है. यहाँ पे इफ यू स्टार्ट वर्किंग एंड स्टार्ट परफॉर्मिंग इन इंडस्ट्री, यू कैन गेट टू एनीवेयर. ठीक है ना? सो व्हाट आर द की टिप्स फॉर सेल्फ प्रिपरेशन फॉर GDPI? This I would like to answer. The quiz this thing. First is look at your profile very closely and trace what questions come out of your profile. Then when the B school form comes, you'll be filling a lot of forms in the B school. Trace what the questions, what the forms are talking about, and what you're writing in the answers, and what questions emerge from that. And be ready with the ideas of the answers. Don't make a lot of you make a mistake of GDPI prep where you write answers to the questions. Don't write answers to questions. Make an idea ki what am I going to answer, and keep that idea in your ready frame of reference, and then you will be able to speak that idea in many ways no matter how the question comes. So that's one dimension of preparation for GDPI. Second dimension of preparation is do a lot of work on GK and GS, all the latest issues, etc. Keep reading about it, form opinions about everything, form opinions about all the 100 major topics that's happening around you. And first opinion only comes when you get knowledge. So first take knowledge and then create an opinion. And third is stammering problem. Jaideep, you're answering that question. It'll have an impact on GD, but they'll give you enough chance to develop your answer if you can get over it in the interview. Don't get nervous. Stammering is also created out of getting nervous, or it is triggered off by getting nervous. And third thing for GDPI, दो चीज बता दिया मैंने GDPI का. First was profile देखो closely. Second was look at your GKGS. And third thing is do a lot of practice of speaking. Try to simulate all the questions there. Non-CS guy working in product company want to go for product management. That's great. It's a good this thing. How to hide academic performance? Where is that question? Review about IBS. I'm not very impressed by IBS. I'm thinking about ICFI Business School here. I'm not very impressed, but I've suggested some people to join it earlier. So again, for some people it is an okay to save a year college, but it's not something that you aspire for. If you are a defense aspirant, you'll have to talk about 2 years of gap. You'll have to talk about what you're doing. So बता देना उसको. Otherwise कोई वो नहीं है, कोई handicap नहीं है उसमें. Deepak, due to family constraint, cannot pursue regular MBA. Distance MBA का कोई फायदा नहीं होता है. It's like doing a graduation course. इग्नू से ग्रेजुएशन कर लो, इग्नू से डिस्टेंस MBA कर लो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Nobody will give you a job. Nobody will give you one rupee increase in your salary because you've done a distance MBA. So if because of family constraints you can't do it, रेगुलर नहीं कर सकते हो, 3-4 साल अपना जॉब में रहो और बाद में एग्जीक्यूटिव कर लेना 1 साल का. That is an option. Because when you do an MBA, you are doing it for at least a 3x. You are entering at 5-7 lakhs, you want to exit at 20 lakhs. You're entering at 20 lakhs, you want to exit at 50 lakhs. That is what an MBA should give you. But distance will not give you anything. Only some jobs में, if you are in a job, उसी job में तुम हो, उसी hierarchy में हो, और वहाँ पे MBA करने का थोड़ा advantage है, तुम्हारा promotion थोड़ा जल्दी हो जाएगा, तब कर लो. That is what. But it will not give you कि you can shift an industry and you can shift a job completely. It won't happen. Do we need to focus on specific specialization? No, not while being an aspirant. Once you go into the B school, after a year you can decide on the specific specialization. ठीक है. SME IIT जोधपुर, ठीक है, it's okay, or nothing bad with it. OBC male engineer required percentile for IIM ABC 96 97 percentile. Manish. So fire technology and safety engineer GEM 98.96. Yeah, you'll get Blackie's call. You should get Blackie's call. A might be slightly out of this thing, but others you can actually get. B थोड़ा सा academics down below par है, तो B is a trade-off, but apart from that C का आ सकता है call, and others. I'll do a C. I'll be doing C as the next one. ठीक है. So you got somebody from Bangladesh. Good. You guys give CAT. You guys look at MBA from India. Good to hear this. You got an international audience now. Yeah, I have some students who are staying in Germany, but Indian students staying in Germany, staying in Europe, and doing our courses at Mindworks. That's happened from time to time. Insights on SIBM Pune. Is it worth paying such high fees? It is not in the top 15. देखो top 15 तो पूरा IIM से dominated हो गया है, right? But SIBM is a good college for saving a year for a top student. In बहुत लोग के लिए aspirational भी रहता है SIBM Pune. I've studied in Pune, so for a lot of my friends, SIBM was aspirational. So it depends on what you think of yourself and what you think you can crack. लेकिन मैं अगर SIBM चला जाता, with my ability to crack CAT, it would have been a disaster, right? So that's something you need to understand. In maths के sectionals का safe score मैंने देखा नहीं बहुत frankly, Dhruv. Sorry, I can't answer that question. NIBM Pune is good. NIBM Pune is very good. Who was asking about NIBM Pune? सब इतना जल्दी जल्दी मैसेज तुम लोग भेजते हो. IFT Kolkata, same answer. Abhinav, same answer. Ambika, it's not my house. It's a green screen here. So my house is also quite nice. But यहाँ पे when I sit and take these sessions, there's a green screen behind me. So I can change it to a New York, this thing also. I can change it to an athletic stadium. I can change it to anything. Yeah, so you should prepare. If you're in a family business, show your family business and show that you've been working. Sukam says, please make a video of IMA, FABM. I'll do that. I hope you guys are enjoying that, those videos that I'm making. This thing, for the selection process. So I hope you're enjoying those videos. They are. I mean, I found a lot of, when I started deciding what I want to do on my channel, I realized that there's a lot of confusion around कौन सा college कैसे लेता है क्या, this thing. A lot of people don't understand. जैसे IIM Bangalore का अगर देखोगे वो वीडियो, वो पूरा एक कौन सा कोर्स है, वो 30 minutes का, कि कैसे वो लेते हैं और what is their selection criteria, etc. So I decided that let me at least simplify it, because I have this I've always realized that one of my strengths has been to simplify things. That's what I did in my books, and that's what I want to try to do through my channels also. Right, so that's my special skill. So I wanted to use that on this particular problem. So over the next 3 to 6 months, I can only do so much as my bandwidth permits. So the next 3-6 months, I'm planning to make a video for all the top colleges, top 50 colleges. So anybody wants to know how a MDI selects, how NITI selects. And I also want to actually back up this video, because this video is just the official version, interpretation of the official document. I'm thinking of backing up that with an anecdotal experience video of that college, where I talk to students of that video. Though XLRA किया है मैंने, तो if you look at the XLRA selection criteria and then you look at the anecdotal level, this thing, then you get a complete view. मैंने तो बहुत बार क्या फॉर्मूला में अपना नंबर्स लगाओगे तो मेरे का आएगा कि नहीं आएगा वो क्वेश्चन आंसर होता नहीं है कॉल. So that's I'm planning to do that for most of the top this thing. What do I think about JBIMS? I have nobody to think about it. It's a great college, right? Awesome college. So if you can get to a JBIMS, Fees are low. You might want to prefer it over Ahmedabad also. IFT Delhi, Kolkata. Uh, Kolkata is slightly newer, but now it started getting older. So few years may it'll be almost equal. And anyway, they give you placements together, so it doesn't matter. So they are both good. Uh, I'll come to this question first. Aman Sharma's RG Rick Bad. You just put that question again. या मैं उसको उठाता हूँ उसके बाद. Would make sense to note down. Would make sense to note down newly encountered situation, count and DI, or just focus on covering more ground and hope for the reactions to stick. Noting down बहुत मेरे को valuable नहीं लगता है. बहुत valuable नहीं लगता है. It is more about experiencing that situation again and again. That's more important. But if noting down helps you, then you can actually pick up. CA Inter passes qualified for CAT to write CAT? I don't think so. I think you need graduation. Distance learning graduation, does it affect my admission chances to top? No, it does not. You should have done your course well, and you try to get a good percentage there. IRMA MBA is great. I had a student who left Ahmedabad for IRMA. Will you believe that? Because he wanted specifically rural management. Grad percentage 86, 92 in 10th, 12th. Try to get into the top. I mean, depends on which college you are in, whether they give you this thing. But if you're in the top 5% of your class, that should definitely help you. BBIM calls, I think next 15-20 days में सब calls clear हो जाएगा. Maybe 1 month up at the upper limit. Sambhav Raj Trayan, I'm currently working with MNC almost 2 years now. I prepared for CAT twice, 70 percentile both times. करना चाहिए. I think if you're not able to give your this thing, maybe there's something wrong going. And you also need to check, is it your skill which is affecting you or is it your performance? बहुत बार क्या होता है, स्किल 90 परसेंटाइल का हो गया लेकिन परफॉर्मेंस 70 का ही रह गया. तो वो तुमको चेक करना पड़ेगा कि स्किल स्टॉपिंग यू और परफॉर्मेंस स्टॉपिंग यू. अगर स्किल स्टॉप कर रहा है तो यू कैन स्टडी एंड प्रिपेयर. अगर परफॉर्मेंस स्टॉप कर रहा है तो देन जस्ट मेक श्योर दैट यू कंटिन्यू योर जॉब एंड डू अ लॉट ऑफ मॉक टेस्ट. हाँ, you can hope for this thing. OBC में you can hope for that. Atul. IMT Ghaziabad, save the year college. For some people who can't get more than 80-85 percentile, it's a aspirational college. SIOM operation versus SIBM marketing. SIBM B क्या है? Depends on what you. I think marketing will have better growth than operations in India. So I would take marketing if I was in your place. But it also depends on whether if you have a very specific interest in operations, you might want to go there. Can non-engineers get into IIT? I will have to check that. I have not checked the IIT selection criteria. Normally, Mindworks, there used to be a group of my faculty used to take this, but this year I'm taking this on my own. So I can answer these questions to you with full clarity in 2 months' time. You might not qualify. Some colleges require I think 50% is what is required in graduation for appearing for CAT. तो यू कैन डू मच अबाउट योर 12th. अगर तुम रीटेक कर सकते हो 12th को, अगर तुमने किसी या एनआरएस बोर्ड टाइप से ले लो, गेट अ गुड परसेंटेज, you still have some chance there. 48 and 10 12 will affect you quite a bit. परफॉर्मेंस देखो, स्किल एक पॉइंट आता है जब स्किल इतना इनग्रेन हो जाता है ना कि वो परफॉर्मेंस. आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस टू माय स्टूडेंट्स आल्सो द अदर डे, दैट दिस इज अ गुड क्वेश्चन. Girish is asking this. So it's a very important question which is asked. How do you prepare for performance that you talk about as opposed to skill? So when skill gets once you intake a skill, when you give it time, so what happens that the skill starts seeping into your body and your pores, and that's when I call it's similar to the compounding interest principle in finance. If you put 1,000 rupees in the bank today and leave it for 200 years, it'll become few million rupees because it'll keep doubling every 7 years. So 200 years में 30 times double हो जाएगा. So 2 raised to 30 हो जाएगा उसका value. 1,000 into 2 raised to 30 value हो जाएगा. So that's what compounding is. So what compound, what the way your money grows, उसी तरह से तुम्हारा knowledge और skill भी grow करता है. Once you intake a skill and you allow it to remain inside your body, inside your this thing, it automatically starts seeping into pores in your head where which you did not know you existed, and then it starts becoming a melange with all your other knowledge and skills. And once that does, and the only thing that does it is the compounding principle of knowledge will happen. This will work for you only if you give it time. So you allowed, I mean that's why I tell people that, और मेरे वो कैट प्रेप स्ट्रैटेजी कोर्स भी आने वाला है यहाँ पे फ्रॉम कमिंग अप इन द नेक्स्ट आज रात को मे बी आई पुट वन वीडियो ऑन दैट, बट 7-8 वीडियोस का वो कोर्स है. ओवर द नेक्स्ट 1 week 2 weeks आई रिलीज दैट. तो उसमें भी मैंने यही बोलूंगा मैं कि व्हाट यू डू इज डिफाइन योर टाइमलाइन इनटू 2 parts. You and if you're going for CAT November 21, जून जुलाई तक तुम्हारा इंटेक खत्म हो जाना चाहिए ताकि 4 महीने तुमको कंपाउंडिंग का टाइम मिले. ठीक है. So that's about it. I think questions तो completely I'm overwhelmed by the questions. Is this thing I'm not taking any of these specific, देखो, because I'm not taking any of these questions about कौन सा कॉल आएगा नहीं आएगा, because I'm not, I mean, unless you put the data into a formula, you can't say for sure. If you want me to speculate about your chances, I can do that speculation. That's what I'll do. If I answer Ishan Sharma's question, I can speculate what call she'll get, right? But ultimately ये speculation को फायदा नहीं है long term, because 15 दिन में तुमको पता चली जाने वाला है. So I would request all of you to hold your horses on this. Wait for 15-20 days. Start preparing for interview. Focus on what you control. What calls you will get, you no longer control. है ना? So let's focus on that. Right? Prepare for CAT from beginning. As I said, CAT 21 के लिए जा रहे हो तो जून जुलाई तक प्लान करो. 5-month प्लान क्रिएट करो. वो CAT स्ट्रेटजी सीरीज देख लेना, उसमें पूरा आने वाला है मेरा. ठीक है. IPM course, देखो, IPM against a graduation IPM course is a great course. But if I go to IIM Indore for an IPM, I would want to go into an MBA from IIM ABC. So I'll quit that course after I finish my graduation from there and move to ABC, or try to move to ABC. Consulting is not a specialization. You do a specialization in finance or marketing and then you move to consulting. ठीक है. क्वेश्चंस तुम्हारे GDPI क्वेश्चंस तुम्हारे प्रोफाइल पे आएगा. Why MBA, what are you doing, उस पे मैं ला रहा हूँ. उस पे भी I'll bring out the most important questions, etc. We'll do a series on that. चलो, it's a long time. I had expected to be here for 30 minutes, but just the fact that there were more than 300 people today made me this thing. I'll come back again. I'm not going to take a 5-7 day break. कल परसों फिर आते हैं. Most probably I'll try to be live again tomorrow. If I get into SIBM, SIMB Pune और NMS, that हो गया. XLRA हो गया तो XLRA चले जाओ ना. ठीक है ना. SIBM Pune, NMS के ऊपर you can want to go to a technical field. ठीक है. Singara, Ganesh, you're missing the self assurance with the solving. The gap where you can solve a question in practice and solve a question in test, that gap is the self assurance you have. ठीक है ना. So that's where it is. How reliable a Krakow and CL? Zat ने अपना आंसर कीज दे दिया ना. So why will you look at CL or Krakow? Is there some confusion on this? That has released its this thing. Has it just released its? They've released the answer keys, na? I have not checked this thing. I didn't get time last. Couple of my students had forwarded it. Ki 34 aa raha hai. I said great. 34 should be a great this thing. But मैं उसको देख के करता हूँ. Raju is talking, how do you join your GDPI course from my institute? The GDPI course is available on Mindworks. I'll put a link for the number you can call. by tomorrow. One of my team members will put the number you can call, and it's that number you can call is there on all the other uploaded videos. So कल रात को मीनाक्षी मैम और मेरा एक uploaded video आया था, तो उसको तुम देख सकते हो. So you can just call that number, they'll tell you. Why did I mean, tragedy join SIBM? मेरे लिए tragedy होता ना. Somebody is asking me that question. Where is that question gone? GBMS HR program is decent. If you, अच्छा, they have just released a response sheet. ठीक है, तो तुम लोग को चाहिए तो I'll try to think of that and I'll try to do a solutions video, etc. But एक दो दिन में कर सकता हूँ तो कर लूँगा ZAD में. चलो, today was a good session. Thank you, Saurabh. Thanks for being there throughout the session because you said hello right at the start. Simsri again, sees Simsri, etc. These are all save the year colleges. Move on with my life kind of colleges. कि चलो ठीक है, मेरे को move on करना है. It's not what you aspire for. So why did I say SIBM? Me joining SIBM would have been a tragedy. I gave CAT. I got calls from IMABCL. A did not select me. C did not select me. L did not select me because I was not good at interviews. B में by chance मेरा हो गया interview में. Something clicked और हो गया, नहीं होना चाहिए था उस साल. सो अगर मैं SIBM देता और मेरा SIBM तो हो जाता, मैं पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी से पढ़ रहा था, SIBM हो जाता, मैं मूव ऑन कर जाता कि SIBM मेरे को जाना चाहिए. आई वॉज एवरेज स्टूडेंट इन कॉलेज, मैं मूव ऑन कर जाता. नाउ लास्ट 25 years I've cracked the CAT 20 times. Wherever I've given it, I've got a 99.9 percentile. Whenever they have given a percentile. So मैं मूव ऑन कर जाता CAT से कि मेरे को SIBM मिल गया. So my life would have been an SIBM graduate against being an IIM Bangalore graduate. So there's nothing wrong with being an SIBM graduate, but मेरे life में I think it would have been a tragedy because the advantages I got out of IIM Bangalore or being out of IIM Bangalore, the peer group I got, the kind of alternate realities I saw in other people's life and their planning, that I would not have seen at SIBM. The quality of students at SIBM are not so self-driven that an IIM Bangalore has. So 20 years from now, मतलब I'll give you a simple example. मैंने जो achieve कर लिया अपने life में, ऐसा SIBM graduate I would have hung up my boots 5 years ago कि बहुत कर लिया, मेरे कोई भी friend मेरे आसपास नहीं है. But because I'm from IIM Bangalore and I see what my other friends are doing, it keeps giving you that kick up your backside, and that's the biggest advantage of going to a top B school. Because you have been with these people, you have lived and eaten and breathed with these people for 2 years. You know that you are as good as them. And then you see that, okay, this guy is heading Amazon ka India business, right? He's an L10 or L11 Amazon with a 5 crore salary. It's not just money, but the impact that person is creating. So you start saying, why should I underperform in my life, right? And that's the biggest advantage you get, right? Chalo. So that's all. How to crack CAT in 3 hours? Go into the CAT. If they give you 3 hours to solve around 80 questions out of 100, you'll crack it. Okay, that's the only answer. IIM Bangalore Business Analytics. Take any course from IIM Bangalore if you're getting it. Right? Chalo. Thank you so much. So I'll wind up. नहीं तो तुम लोग छोड़ोगे नहीं, मैं भी बैठा रह जाऊंगा और फिर अगले दिन आऊंगा नहीं मैं. तो कल आऊंगा. 94.4 yes, safe for IMT Ghaziabad. Yes. ठीक है. चलो. Diploma percentage is 12th. They have their own formulas. Don't bother about it. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll have to wind this up now. Bye bye everybody. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Sorry I could not take any calls. एक वीडियो मैंने कल डाला था answering all the questions. If you need any answers from my side, उस वीडियो पे आ जाना. All questions answered का वीडियो डाला था. So there's a series of videos on my channel where I'll pick up all the questions and answer them. ठीक है? In a uploaded video. So उस पे डाल देना अपने questions. ठीक है? Big brand plays a vital role. I told you the most vital role is the batchmates you have. Right? So they will be achieving great things, and then you want to duplicate what they have done, and you can't underperform in your life. Chalo. Thank you so much. Bye.